Good to see everybody. Yeah, I'm always so glad when you guys show every time. I'm like, oh yay, people came again. Um, so it's good to see you guys. Good to see you. Let's see. I still haven't gotten iron yet, but did go to a follow up appointment with the primary care today, like I said I would. And so my iron is like really low, really too low. So she got me in tomorrow morning. I got to go in tomorrow morning and start getting infusions. I start going like every 3 days. It is, yeah, every 3 days. So I'm really struggling. So if you see me struggling, just give me some grace. Yeah, it's like that's not the only thing that's low. I have like all my other numbers are bad too, and we're gonna really like infuse them all tomorrow, which I'm really not super duper looking forward to because honestly, it makes you really sick. And then you feel better later, but it takes some time. So if you see me struggling tonight, that is why. It is going to get better, and I promise these videos will not be, or these lives will not always be of me, like, struggling through the sentences. All right. So I wanted to um read, because, a lot of us are struggling. It's not just me. I know that, like, oh, I guess I could tell you that the reason they think this is happening is, they think there might be like an ulcer that they can't see because of surgeries that have like revived everything, and so they think that that is just been there for a while and is bleeding. They suspect um either that or I'm just not like absorbing anything, which could also happen. So it's one of the two. It's really early to say. I mean, of course, like they're already like, let's chop her open again and have surgery and revise everything. And I'm like, well, let's hold up. Let's just talk about this for a minute. So I feel like it's too early to even talk about any of the solutions they're giving me. I'm gonna go get the infusions, and that's the solution I'm agreeing to right now. Okay, so dude, I told you my thoughts. I know I interrupted myself just now. Okay, so what I was gonna say is I'm not the only one struggling, and I know that like every single person in this chat. Well, I don't know, Kevin. Maybe your life is perfect. I haven't heard you complain, but I have a suspicion it's not. So we're all experiencing like this spiritual battle, and it's attacking like something in our lives. Like people are just suffering like physically and like from their health or their finances or whatever it is. It's like it seems to be the attacks are just exponentially high. Um yeah, see there it is. I figured you were not doing well. Everybody you know what? And you guys, let's be encouraged by that. I know that that's I'm sorry, brother, and we're definitely gonna pray for you. Don't but let's be encouraged that we're all being attacked. That my body's falling apart again, that your bodies are falling apart again, that your emotions, your brain, your everything is coming under attack because we are getting attacked because of where we are, because of what generation we are in, because of the world we're in. And and it's just you can see the world is getting attacked. I was sitting there and I was talking with my husband this morning, and we were talking about these wars and how people in Ukraine are just. I'm gonna put the Bible down for a minute because I'm gonna rant. I'm gonna fix my there. Okay, so so we were talking about get my rant on. We were talking about how these people in Ukraine are watching videos of these horrific things. They're just getting taken off of the street against their will. These body snatchers, right? Taking them to the front line for they have no skills. They're going to die. They have no training. You cannot send somebody to war without training for war. It's without knowing that they're going to die. They are picking these people up who are fighting for their lives and shoving them off. And how long till that come to our country? How long till we're in World War III And that's what's gonna happen with us, you guys. That's where this world is heading. And that's a really big reality. And people are clapping like seals as they send more weapons to so that people can get killed. And it's just like it's absolutely insane. So we look at, yeah, we're having our own spiritual and personal attacks, but look at the big scale, you guys. This attack is the world. The world is on fire. And people cannot afford groceries. And you know what? I don't know if you noticed, but there's less and less groceries in the store. So good luck if you can. So it's just like it's we see all of this happening, and yeah, it's hitting us on a level like on just in our own personal lives as well. But I just want to say that praise the Lord because we have hope. Because we have all this stuff that's happening just means that we are not watching for nothing. Jesus' promises are true, his word is true, and we are going home. This is not for nothing. It is just I just want to encourage you that these attacks are because we are going home. And what like people and the people let's talk about the virgins who don't have oil. So that right now if they're getting attacked and they don't have oil, my goodness, that's what a terrible situation to be in right now because this is like we need to have our lamps full of oil. We are getting attacked. Your health is being affected by it. And so I just want to but we are not of this world. Like these things, we are going home. And so it's just as we watch this progress and as we get closer to everything going on, it's going to be so wonderful, you guys, at the end of this. It's not going to matter. It's going to be just like on our knees, being it, not even be able to stand, just overcome with emotion. Have you ever been that overcome with emotion? I have when I was pregnant and I needed some mashed potatoes. Yeah. But that amount of emotion just is gonna knock you to your knees, and that's how great it's gonna be. Okay, maybe not quite mashed potatoes emotion, but it's gonna be a big deal, you guys. And that's what. So all of this is not even gonna. It's gonna be a splinter, basically that happened when you were a baby and you don't remember it. That's what this life is gonna be. That's what all your heartache is gonna be. That's what everything, this wars and all this tragedy is gonna be. As terrible as it is, it's not gonna matter. It's going to be pointless. And where we're going is going to be wonderful. So we have to just hold on to that. So, and with that, rant over. Okay. So I thought we would read today in Ephesians. We're in 6:10, which is what we need to be doing right now is the whole armor of God. A final word. Be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. You don't have any power. All this survival that we're gonna do until we make it to the end is all the Lord. Let me just say that. Put on all the armor. Put on all of God's armor, so that you will be able to stand firm against all strategies of the devil. For we are not fighting against flesh and blood, the enemies, but against evil. I'm running out of breath just sitting here. But against evil rulers and authorities of unseen world, against mighty powers in the darkest world. In the dark world, and against evil spirits in the heavenly places. Wow. And therefore, not and therefore, sorry, I added the end. Therefore, put on every piece of God's armor, so you will be able to resist the enemy in the time of evil. Then after the battle, you will still be standing firm. Stand your ground, putting your belt of truth and the body of sorry guys, I'm really struggling. Okay, and the body armor of God's righteousness. For shoes, put on the peace that comes from the good news, so that we will be fully prepared. In addition to all of these, hold up the shield of faith and stop the fiery arrows. Fiery arrows of the devil. Okay, so then put on salvation as your helmet. Let me try to focus. And take the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Pray in the Spirit at all times on every occasion. Stay alert and be persistent in your prayer for all believers everywhere. And pray for me too. Ask God to give me the right words so I can boldly explain God's mysterious plan. Um, so the good news is for the Jews and Gentiles alike. I am in chains now, still preaching this message as God's ambassador. So I pray that we will keep on speaking boldly for Him as I should. Okay, sorry if I messed up like a ton there, you guys. I'm like my brain is like struggling. Okay, so I just want to say that that's what we need to be doing. Is so many people, you hear them say they're depending on their own strength, and really our full armor of God is God's strength, and that we just make Him your strength in all things, you know. And that's what I want to be saying, because we're all struggling, but also we should be here and we should be praying for each other, celebrate our praise reports and pray for each other, and just, we're gonna be fine, because it's all gonna be okay. So with that, you guys, let's move on and do anyone who has any praise report. I have a praise report that um, comes also with more prayer requests. So as you know, oh my goodness. Okay. Sheree, I even practiced. My brain. Okay. I did. I practiced before I came on with the pronunciation of this poor woman. Why am I so terrible? Okay. So, okay. So, oh yeah. Naya. Okay. So, Naya. Okay. So, Naya has made it past the 6 days that the doctors had given her when they released her from the hospital to go home and die. And so that is a miracle. And she's still fighting really strong. We had a really scary day like 2 days ago. And honestly, it's like 10 days now. So we're 4 days past their 6 days. Um, so I just, but tomorrow morning at 10, in the morning. So it's Pacific Standard Time, so it's the same time as my time. There's going to be a bunch of sisters going over and praying over her at 10 a.m. So if you guys, I know I'm going to be getting ready to go to the hospital at that time, but I'm going to also be listening in at this thing and praying with them. And if you guys want to pray at 10 a.m. tomorrow and just join in prayer for her, um, as she continues to fight this fight and just fight for her life, and just to be a mother for her children, and not leave her babies without a mother. I mean, what a tragedy that is. Family, let's just, nobody, and no more sadness, no more deaths and